Alright, this is Kevin Douglas playing some Vintage on MTGO. We're playing Pitch Dredge, and we don't have a Bazaar in this hand, so we'll have to mulligan. So the opponent kept 7. Alright, so we got 2 Bazaars and a Probe. So we could be off to a pretty good turn 1. I'm going to go ahead and keep. And I think we do want to put that on top. Alright, so my opponent just mentioned that they subbed to the YouTube channel, so that's pretty sweet. That's actually, I think, 2 people today who kind of mentioned either my streaming or recording, so kind of nice to, you know, feel at least a little bit recognized. The MTGO Vintage community is a little bit smaller, so not totally surprising. So they're going to time walk. Looks like they're on blue-white, and they're going to get Stoneforge Mystic. So we'll see what equipment they search for. Alright, so they're going to go Batter Skull. And so we're going to be able to dredge this Golgari Grave Troll with this Gitaxian Probe this turn. And we can get rid of Cabal Therapy, probably Dread Return and Grave Troll. And then we'll go ahead and get Gitaxian Probe and hopefully draw. So we'll see if this gets a misstep or some other counter spell. Yeah, so they're paying for something. Yeah, looks like we're getting misstepped.
But did you know there's so much more to the bold roasts you love? Each blend.
But I'm not too worried yet, because even with the Batter Skull next turn, we're gonna have double Bazaar, and odds are we're gonna hit a, you know, a couple good dredges, I think.
So much more to explore.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that Stoneforge up, put that Batter Skull in during my turn. So we'll go ahead and Bazaar here. Grave Troll first, then Thug. So I definitely want these Narcomoebas. I don't see any bridges yet, so hopefully we'll get still no bridges, but we have some Cabal Therapy, so hopefully with this Bazaar we hit at least a couple. So there's 1, there's 2, 3. Okay, so this is a great turn. So we'll go ahead and Cabal Therapy here. Do we have a Dread Return? See some Icarids. We do have a Dread Return. We don't really have a good target. So I think we just go Army of Zombies here. And so they're going to go Batter Skull in response to this Cabal Therapy. So I'm kind of wondering if, because I'm not going to have like a hasty army of zombies, if I should actually just attack in here first. Oh, yeah, never mind, they're not hasty, duh. So, yeah, we'll just Cabal Therapy. And go ahead and see if so here comes the Stoneforge activation. Okay, so Snapcaster into Gitaxian, or into Mental Misstep. So they should pay 2 life for this, because otherwise they don't have mana for Stoneforge. And then here comes another bridge. Need to yield to these. And I'm sure that we're going to see a Batter Skull into play now. So I think we just go, I think we just name like, I guess like Force of Will. I guess we could do like Ancestral. Oh, let's do Force of Will. No, there's Spell Queller. So we will remember that. But I think we're still gonna be good because we're gonna be able to Cabal Therapy that away. I don't really care about taking the hits here. I mean, I could block a Stoneforge Mystic. Oh my gosh. I wasn't even thinking there. Alright, so I think we're still going to be okay. So, let's see, we got plenty of Grave Trolls, so we can do Golgari Thug. And Golgari Thug. Bazaar here. And let's see what we've got. So there's Dread Return. We don't have our other bridge. So there's our other bridge. It's Dredge 4. So I mean, if they have like an Ancestral, they could kill us. Let's see, do we have another Cabal Therapy? We do. Cabal Therapy. Yeah, I think I just want my whole graveyard. Well, I mean, we have Dragonlord Remoka already. We've already exiled 3 bridges. Now we'll do it. So there's Elish Norn, which actually would have been a really good target, I think. So go ahead and Cabal Therapy. Because we need to get that Spell Queller out of their hand. So that way we can cast our Dread Return. And I don't think that's enough. So we're going to go ahead and concede here. So yeah, I mean, what I was really hoping with that Golgari Thug, sorry I didn't explain very well I was playing, was to hit Elish Norn, because that would have given us a really awesome board state, and something that I don't think they would have been able to come back from. But the fact that it was the last card in our deck just kind of, I think, put us in like an unwinnable spot. So I don't think we need Mind Break Trap. They didn't look like a Storm deck. I could keep in Mental Misstep if I'm going to go Dark Depths, just to catch like a Swords to Plowshares. Getting rid of the Mind Break Traps though, I don't know that we're going to have enough blue for Force of Will. So I'm going to get rid of those. Bring in the whole alternate sideboard plan and then see what we need to cut. So sorry, working through a bit of a cold here. I think we can get rid of Vengeful Pharaoh, because they're not really like a one big threat type of deck. So that still leaves us with 6 cards to cut. I mean, as good as Elish Norn would have been there, I think we can cut her, him, it. I'm just gonna get rid of the Missteps and the Probe, and then just kind of like split between the Graveyard and Dark Depths plan. And just kind of like try to attack him from 2 angles. So this looks good. Go ahead and keep. Have a Dredger, have Bazaar. 2 Dredgers. We'll be able to get a Bridge from Below into play. And don't forget that I super punted that first game too by getting rid of all my bridges, because my Dramoka, or my Dragon Lord attack would have been lethal, I think, if we had had that many more zombies. So go Bazaar. Discard Stinkweed Nymph. Thug. Well, actually, I think I want to go 2. Yeah, I mean, like Thug and a bridge. That seems fine. So I'll be able to get that other bridge into play before I do any sacking, you know, with this Cabal Therapy, assuming I find some creatures that can enter the board next turn. Yep, so we're going to be switching over to the Dark Depths plan. Alright, so that was a great first turn for them. So they were able to get a Grafdigger's Cage, reload their hand with Ancestral. Now they have a Black Lotus. So 3 blue. And a Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright. Yeah, so that was actually a really good start for them. So I think that I'm going to go Urborg. So creature cards can't enter. I don't think I want to Dredge anymore. So there's Petrified Field. Now I actually do want to Dredge. To get more shots at finding a Thespian stage. So I think I can get rid of an Urborg. I mean, I can get rid of a Grave Troll, Stinkweed Imp, Bridge from Below. And then go Petrified Field. So we're still going to be quite a few turns off. And maybe I wanted to go Urborg there so I could Cabal Therapy. But we can actually do that next turn. Alright, so here's Stoneforge. We'll see if they go for another Batterskull. So they do have a Batterskull now. And now I think we just want to draw. So actually we can double Cabal Therapy. I'm actually going to do that this turn. So we'll name Batterskull first. See if they have a misstep. They do. So we'll go Batterskull. So they do have a Force of Will, Snapcaster Mage. So I'll discard a Batterskull. So Snapcaster Mage is just an Ambush Viper right now.
Keep it simple, especially when it comes to hiring. And nobody makes it
I mean, I guess I
easier
probably
than
should have
Indeed.com.
used like
Post a job in
Petrified
minutes.
Field
Set up
there,
screening
but
questions. Manage your candidates from one dashboard. According to an independent
I think because
study,
I
five
just because
stars
I played
more
that
hires
Urborg,
are made
I wasn't
through
going to play
Indeed
that
than any
Thespian
other job
stage this
site.
turn.
New users claim your $50 credit to post a sponsored job at Indeed.com/.
So now they will start
Indeed, the
hitting
world's
in
number one job site. Terms,
with that
conditions, and quality
Stoneforge.
standards apply.
And probably trying to draw into an answer for what they have to assume is an upcoming Merit Lage. So there's Narcomoeba. So we're going to go ahead and get a Thespian stage. Play it. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I really should have dredged a Golgari Thug. Because I would have been able to cast it this turn, other than just drawing like a stupid Narcomoeba. And actually I could have just Bazared for one, instead of just like hitting OK Go for no good reason. Yeah, so I'm not playing super well this game, but I mean, at least I'm kind of seeing, I think, things that I should be doing differently. So no, the Graptor's cage is fine. So in this case, I really should just go for Golgari Thug, because it's actually something I can cast. But there's Dark Depths, and now we'll just pass. And see if they have an answer. They've had several turns and several extra draws with that Sword of Fire and Ice. Which they wouldn't have had if I'd had, you know, this Golgari. They would have had one less draw. So they can't cast that Ancestral. I mean, even if they had the mana, they have to Grafdigger's Cages. So here they come to attack. And this is where we will activate our Thespian stage. Oh man, with Thirststone Portal in play, we actually could have... no, we couldn't have. I was thinking we could play our Narcomoeba, but... Alright, let's see if our Merit Lage sticks around. So, we do have tons of life now. So, we definitely have the opportunity to find another copy. So we'll start digging with this Bazaar. See if we can't put together another combo. So there's another Bazaar. I don't think we're going to have enough cards in hand to really dig that hard. Alright, so Petrified Field is great. So let's see, we do not have any of our Vampire Hex Mages in the graveyard yet. So I think the best thing that could happen next turn is to draw a Vampire Hex Mage and it doesn't get countered maybe. Alright, so they're casting something for 4, so there's Jace. And that is going to be a super clean answer to our Merit Lage. So yep, so we'll go ahead and concede there. So didn't play that super well. That first game we did not need to block that Stoneforge Mystic with the zombie token, and we ended up exiling 3 of our Bridge from Belows, and the following turn that would have given us like an extra 6 zombie tokens to crash into our opponent for lethal. But instead we drew our entire deck, or dredged our entire deck except for the card we had to draw, and drew our Elesh Norn. And so we weren't able to attack in for lethal. And then in that last game, there was a turn there where I could have dredged a Golgari Thug and cast it to block the Stoneforge Mystic. You know, maybe that one draw would have made the difference between them having that Swords to Plowshares or not. We won't know, but definitely could have played a little tighter. So I just need some more practice with this deck. Alright.